Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live. Marty Schupenbecker on Facebook Live here today. Here to discuss a few things. First off, I want to go up and say that, I've been hearing a lot about the second stimulus check. A lot. And I want to make one thing abundantly clear. If they do a second stimulus check, you won't see it till the end of July or early August, because it's in the Senate the House of Representatives proposed it. Now it's up to the Senate to pass it to Donald Trump, so he can sign the bill, so he can get some money. I've heard 2,000, I've heard 4,000, I've heard 5,000, and I've heard the biggest one just about an hour ago of 6,000. Now, whatever the case may be, the reason why they should do the stimulus check, the second of it, is because it will help Trump's numbers go up when he goes for possible re-election for a second term. Now, some of us don't want that to happen. That's why some of us don't really care about the stimulus check, because the second round of stimulus checks, because of that reason. The second stimulus check really is a good idea, because still we have a lot of people unemployed right now, and the unemployment rate's going up each day. We got a lot of people that are laid off from work, and they're having a hard time applying for unemployment benefits. And I've been hearing, and it's just something that needs to be addressed immediately, because people are losing their jobs. Some of us are starting to get a little stressed out with things, and even I've dealt with some stressful moments myself in the last couple of weeks. With just to top it all off, my father's back in the hospital again, but we don't think it's anything COVID related. We think it's something else. As you saw in my post on Facebook last evening, I was referring to my father about, we don't think it's COVID, but we made sure he got tested immediately. I'm going to get tested when I get to work tomorrow to make sure that I don't have it. Some of us might have got pre-exposed to somebody that doesn't have it, especially if they're older. I advise you guys to work in a hospital like I do, in a separate area of the hospital on the other side of the campus, to do the same. You just never know. You could be standing here right now watching a video, and the next thing you know, you could be coughing or puking up something and everything, and you go to the emergency room. My dad's in the ER right now. He had his test yesterday. I just want to give it a quick note before I go into that. I want to give a quick update about my father. My father is doing much better. He is not happy with the fact that he don't got out of bed yet, but he did get his testing yesterday. When he got admitted in, we don't know the results of it. We won't know anything until later this week. And please, I advise you to pray and hope for my family. Pray and hope that he survives this. And like I said before, there's no timetable when he'll be home. It probably won't be for another week. That's just my guesstimation. Another week or two. And there's been things going on. The cases keep going up in Florida. They made the dumb decision on opening back up the state for that reason. They kind of put everyone's health in jeopardy at the beaches. The beaches right now are the number one place where the virus is highly probable, highly severe. Hey, Miss Kim. Are highly severe. I was going to go to the beach myself, but I chose not to do that because I'm not getting sick. And when I get tested tomorrow at work, I'm going to make sure that I wear a mask everywhere I go, and they're not playing around. I just found out on the news Friday afternoon, that if you're caught without wearing a mask, if you're caught not wearing a mask outside in a public area, they're going to give you a citation. And they need to enforce that, because I'm making sure I wear a mask wherever I go, because I'm not getting sick. And make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. Make sure you don't touch yourself, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your nose, don't touch your ear, whatever. Just don't touch yourself. And please stay 6 feet away from each other. Hugs are kind of iffy. Hugs are kind of iffy at the moment. Basically, just be safe, be careful, be courteous to everyone's situations, and to tell you the truth, just be mindful. Don't let what other people do affect how you do. Don't do what they do. Do what you think is best for yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way by going somewhere and being around somebody that, even if you don't know them, just avoid them. You know, we some of us are quarantined inside our houses because loved ones may be exposed to it. But at this time, I'm making sure I don't have it. I'm making sure I don't have it, because I want to make sure that if I don't have it, I want to make sure that I'm safe, my mom and dad are safe, my sister and my nieces are safe, my brother's safe. You know, and a lot of you, like I said, appreciate a lot of you asking about my father. My father really appreciates it. There's a lot of people I know that care about him. They respect him. And by the way, happy Father's Day to the fathers that are there for their kids no matter what. You know, I know it was kind of late for me to say that though, but at this moment I really don't care, because, you know, nothing's ever on time anyway around here, around the world and everything. And I just don't like how all this racism crap's going on. These black African American people are getting shot and killed for just being, you know, and the Confederate. Now I wanted to get on something. That Confederate flag, to me, is just a symbol of the South, and I really don't care for that Confederate flag, because it really doesn't affect me. It's just a symbol of peace. It's just a symbol. It's just a symbolization of something that was started years, centuries ago. Who cares? Who cares about that? You know, you're entitled to feel how you want to feel. You can do whatever you want, just as long as it's respectful and presentable to this country. I love my country. I love the United States of America. I'm a proud U.S. citizen. I love where I live. I love the state of Florida. I don't care what anybody says about everything. I love my country. And I love the men and women that busted their tail and put their lives on the line for our sacrifice, like Jesus Christ did. I'm a firm believer in Lord Jesus Christ. I may not go to church a lot and everything. I may not go to bar, but you know, Jesus is in my heart no matter what. And you know, I'm a firm believer. I truly believe in the Lord of Christ the Lord. He's going to provide for my father. My father is doing well. He's doing the best he can. He's there, and God is making sure my dad is safe. God has a plan for my father. I don't know what it is, but God, it's between him and God. My dad will prevail. He's been through a lot worse. You know, he's went through a bunch of trials in the last maybe 8 months of his life, being in and out of hospitals for various things. You know, maybe God has a plan for him. Maybe God has something planned for him. We don't know what it is. But God is not going to tell us. God is going to surprise us with it. God's going to surprise us. You know, we won't know until the end of the. We won't know until God says it's time. He's 70. My dad is 70 years old. He's doing whatever he can to stay around much longer. He's doing well. He's just, like I said before, he's dealt with worse. He's been in the hospital before. He's no stranger to it. If you want me to send your condolences to my father, I will be happy to do that. For those of you that know him personally, he's a good man. He may be a pain in the ass sometimes, though, but I love him to death. You know, he taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to do things the right way. But other than that, let me get off my father for a little bit. The racist crap needs to stop. And people are entitled to express themselves in any kind of way. If you're offended by what someone believes in, then don't go tell them, hey, I'm offended by it. Just don't let it get to you. And some people do this too. Some people do this too. What they also do is this. They also do this too. They also try to, express themselves so they can piss off somebody. We got a lot of insecure people in this world. There's also a lot of people that are jealous of everyone else. Like, for instance, the heat I have with people at work. Most of them are older than me. They need to grow up, and they need to grow up. Because when they were in their mid-late 20s, they had an opportunity to do right, but they chose not to do it. Okay, some of them did that. Let me rephrase that. I gotta be careful how I word that. But anyway, when they were in their mid-20s, they had an opportunity to fix their wrongs, but they chose not to do it. They were out there being stupid. Now if they're in their mid-50s, early 60s, late mid-40s, they have a chance to do that now, but they don't want to. They think and believe that we're full of crap. Us kids that are age 25 and a little younger think that we have no purpose. Think that we don't care about what happens to us and everything. We live life on the edge. Well, that's maybe true. But what you fail to realize is a lot of us are smart. And one thing I can't stand is when the older people told you, said you're young, you don't know what you're doing, you're stupid. I've been told that before. I don't really, that just aggravates the crap on me. And I've been told many times that young people don't know what they're doing. They go out and do stupid things and they get away with it and they don't care about what happens to themselves. Well, we got a lot of people out there living life to the fullest. A few of them lost their lives still doing it though, but at the same time, it was all worth it. It was worth it. It was worth every sip of alcohol. It was worth every smoke, every puff of weed and everything they've done, everything. You know what I'm saying? They've done what they had to do. They don't care about what happens to them because they don't care what happens to them because they've done what they want to do. And now, look what happened. A lot of them got sick. Especially the ones that went to the beach. The ones that went to the beach are the ones that got the cases go sky high. And that's just messed up. I was going to go to the beach this upcoming weekend, but I said no because I'm not getting sick. I'm not risking my life to go out there and get sick and getting in trouble for being sick. You know, I kind of don't agree with that, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, thank you for viewing. I really appreciate you guys viewing this video and everything. You guys have a good day and love you all.